Okay, hi everyone. We're going to try to do this. You should have your own practice book. And so if you won't be able to really read what I have here, but we'll be able to go through it if you look at your book. Let's get started. Oops, I need my name ring. So again, this is lesson 28 in your practice book, and I am on page 301. We're multiplying to find area. What is the area of this rectangle? There are 4 rows with 5 squares in each row. You can see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can skip count by 5 to find out how many squares there are. 5, 10, 15, 20. Or you can count each square. Since there are 20 squares, the area is 20 square units. You are all far more clever than that, and you know that length times width equals area. So you could have just counted how many columns and how many columns and how many rows and multiplied that. So that would have been 4 times 5. Each square inside this rectangle is 1 square centimeter. What is the area? Tell how you know. Well, let's see. Oops, my computer's talking to you. My computer wanted to answer. Raise your hand, computer. So let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5 times 1, 2, 3. So let's see. The square, what is the area? The area is 15 square centimeters. I know. B-E-C-A-U-S-E, because it has a length of 5 and a width of 3. L times length times width equals area. 5 times 3 equals 15. If you were ever on a quiz and you didn't know the answer, as a last resort, let's say you forgot what your fabulous teacher always makes you say, which is length times width equals, you got it. You could count the squares. You know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if you have squares like that, you completely forget what to do, go ahead and just count them. What is the area of each shape? Rectangle A is. So when it has dots like this, you count those as squares. So you could, I know a lot of you will like actually making the squares. Some of you won't feel the need to do that, and you'll just kind of count. So we could count the squares, or we could draw our squares and then multiply like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 times 4 equals 12. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 square units. And again, bringing your attention to the bottom vocabulary area. Area is the amount of space a shape covers. Square unit, a square with a side length of 1 unit that is used to measure the area of a figure. Next page. 302. Wish I could zoom in a little more. I wonder, ooh, I can. That's exciting. You getting dizzy yet? There we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay, We don't have Eva, we've got Gemma. Gemma and Millie are gluing same size squares onto pieces of paper. They each have the same size paper. Who will use fewer squares? Well, let's see. Here are Gemma's squares. Here are Millie's squares. If they have to cover this page right here, who's going to use less? Who's going to use fewer? Hopefully you chose Gemma. Gemma will use fewer. B-E-C-A-U-S-E. Sorry if my writing is a little off. It's hard to, the way the camera is, it's in my way and I can't really get in there the right way. Gemma will use fewer because her squares are larger. And I'm hoping that you are doing this work ahead of time, so you are just checking your answers at this point, unless you're completely stumped. But feel free to pause it at any time. Shapes A and B are made of the same size squares. Which shape has a greater area? Tell how you know. So same size squares, agree? Yeah. So which one is greater? Which one has more? You can count. I know you can. I've seen you do it. Let's see if Miss Burkhart can still count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always like to write things off the side there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Which one's greater? Obviously, A. It has more. A is greater because it has, well, let's be really technical, 2 more square, and it didn't tell us what these were, so we say square units. Draw a rectangle with an area of 10 square units. Draw another rectangle with an area of 11 square units. Label each shape. You see that? Kind of. Label each shape with its area. So a total of 10 square units. So you can't go over, well, I guess if you did it by 1. So something times something equals 10. I'm going to do 5 and 2. However, if you did want to do 10 and 1, that could be an option. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Zip. Zap. And honestly, if you didn't want to do those cross hatches, you wouldn't have to, as long as you did it by 5 and 2. And let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 times 2 equals 10. So 10 square units. Okay, now I need to do one with 11. Well, I'm just going to do the same thing. 5 and 2. With a twist. Okay. So how in the world would I get to 11? I've got 10. Add one more. There you go. It's not a perfect square, which area doesn't have to be. We've been working with a lot of perfect squares, but it's not always going to be a perfect square. Can you make a rectangle that has 2 rows of squares with an area of 11 square units? Why or why not? So 2 rows of squares. Obviously here you can't, because 10 is an even number. So it should have only 2 rows. So why or why not? No, you can not, so we'll say 11 is an odd number. And I can't tell if you can see that, because I think you can. I think you're ready to move on to the next page. Moving on. A rectangle has a length of 4 centimeters and a width of 3 centimeters. What is the area? Well, let's see. 4 times 3. Length times width. We've got 4, 8, 12. Fill the rectangle with 1 centimeter squares. There are 4 squares in a row and 3 rows. You can multiply the total number of squares. 4 times 3 equals 12. The area of this, the area is 12 square centimeters. What is the area of this rectangle? Write the number sentence. The length, we've got 7 and we have 6. So length 7, width 6. 7 times 6, we'll go 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. There we go. 42. And square units is already labeled for us. A rectangle has a length of 8 inches and a width of 7 inches. What is the area of the rectangle? We know length times width equals area. So 8 times 7. 8, 16, and 24, 32, and 40, 48, 56. Right there. 56, this is the kicker, square inches. Have to have that. Boop. Okay. A square has a side of 4 centimeters, sides that are 4 centimeters long. What is the area? Write a number sentence. And some of you are saying, wait, I don't know. Well, it only gives me one measurement, but you need to think about what makes a square unique. And it is that all of the sides have to be the same length and width. So we've got, if one side is 4, the other has to be 4. So we have centimeters, right? 4 centimeters times 4 centimeters. Actually, we'll say square. Sorry about that. Equals 4 times 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 16 square centimeters. We're getting there, friends. Write the number sentence to find the area. Oops, can you see? To find the area of the rectangle, then write the area. So number sentence. We've got 3 times 9 equals, and 3 times 9, 9, 18, 27. 27 square units. A rectangle has a length of 6 centimeters and a width of 5 centimeters. What is the area of the rectangle? Show your work. So we've got 6 times 5 equals, so easiest way is to count by 5s, but let 5 6 times. Let's do 6s though. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 30. Oh, sorry, by 5. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30 equals 30. And it said, so square centimeters. What is the area of a square with sides that are 8 centimeters long? We know squares have all the sides the same. So 8 times 8 equals 64 centimeters. Square centimeters. What is the area? Ooh, I'm going to kind of hurry this along and not do all the counting with you as well. It's getting a little long. What is the area of rectangle B? Show your work. Well, we have 4 times 8 equals 8, 16, and 24, 32 square units. We don't have a Lena, but we have a Lillian. Lillian draws a square with an area that is greater than the area of rectangle B, which rectangle B was 32. So we need something greater than 32. Oops, that would go the other way. So it's going to be greater than 32. What are two possible side lengths for Lena's square? So what is something that could be greater than 32? And it's a square, so all has to be the same. So what times what could be greater than 32? There's lots of options out there. So let's try, 5 is a good place to start. 5 times 5? No, that's 25. That won't work. 6 times 6? That's 36. So 6 times 6 equals 36. We'll say square. Hi, Molly. Units. And we need another one. So let's just go to 7 times 7. 7 times 7 equals 49 square units. And if you had anything else that is greater than 32, you are correct. Pablo, who's that? We have Brenton. He's way cooler than Pablo. Brenton draws rectangle P. He says that the area is greater than 50 square units. What could the missing side length be? So 6 times something, and it has to be bigger than 50. So I know 6 times 10 would be bigger than 50 because that would be 60. So I'm going to go with 10. Really, if you wanted to go, well, we'll say 10 units. 9 units would also work. And anything larger than that. But if you put like 20, that wouldn't match up because it's not much bigger than the 6. So I would say 9 or 10 at the most is probably the best answer there based on how long that picture is. Okay, let's go with Anna's garden is 7 feet long and 7 feet wide. Noah's garden is 8 feet long and 6 feet wide. Which garden has a smaller area? We'll have to multiply these and find out. You can't just look at them. So Anna, 7 times 7 is 49. Noah, 8 times 6 is 48. Noah's garden has a smaller area. And that was just by 1 square foot, so it's really hard to tell. Roberto, no. Hunter, I always get the names wrong. Hunter's desk is 4 feet long and 2 feet wide. What's the area of Hunter's desktop? Fill in the blanks. Well, we have 4 times 2 equals 8. Vera, how about Nora? How funny that Nora just came in. Say hi, Nora. Hi. Nora buys a rug like the one in problem 2. Nora's rug is a square. It has sides that are 4 feet long. Does Nora's rug cover more or less area than the rug in problem 2? Explain. So it's a square, correct? Is that right, Nora?
What?
It says your rug here is a square and it's 4 feet. It's 4 feet long.
No. Wait. Yes.
Yes. So
where is the square? Where is the rug? I have to see a picture.
Oh, it's not. You don't get to see a picture. So Nora buys a rug like the one in problem 2. Oh, whoops. Sorry, you know what? We forgot problem 2. I jumped ahead. So show how to find the area of this rug. So that's this rug right here. 5 times 3. So 5 times 3, length times width equals 15. So now, Nora, you buy a rug like the one in problem 2, but your rug is a square. And it has the sides of 4 feet long. She ran away. 4 times, let's do that here. So let's see, 4 times 4 equals 16. This rug was 15. So does Nora's rug cover more or less area than the rug in problem 2? Explain. Nora's, apostrophe S, rug covers more area. Hers covers 16 square units. And the other one covers 15 square units. Okay, moving on to page 306. We're getting there, friends. We don't have an Aiden. We have a Zofia. Zofia prints a rectangular photo that is 4 units wide and 6 units long. Don't have a Bella. Did last year. Taylor prints a square photo. It's 5 units on each side. Draw photos and label the side lengths. What are the areas? So let's see. Zofia, 4 units by 6 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost there. Okay. So we've got 4 times 6. Because it didn't tell us which one was the length. So it's length times width. This is the length. This is the width. So actually 6 times 4. Length times width equals 24 square units. And then Taylor, you were 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squares are the same on every side. 5 times 5 equals 25 square units. All right. Draw the photos. Oh, label the side lengths. So this would be 6, 4, 5, 5, 6, 4, 5, 5. Draw and label the rectangle that has a smaller area than the area in the square that is 3 units on each side. Write the area of the rectangle. Okay. Draw and label a rectangle that has a smaller area than the square. So it has to be smaller than 25. And it's 3 in the area of the, oh, sorry. Different problem. Scratch that. Draw and label a rectangle that has a smaller area than the area of a square that's 3 units on each side. So that means 3 times 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. So you need a rectangle that is smaller than 9 square units. So there's a lot of different numbers you could have chosen. I'll choose one. Let's just do 3 and 1 less. What about 3 times 2? Write the area of the rectangle. 6 square units. Any number that you come up with that is less than 9 would be an answer. 4 times 2, 3 times 2, 1 times 2, and so on. Ron, no. Larry. Larry buys a rug for his room. The rug is 8 feet long and 5 feet wide. His room, so 8 feet long, 5 feet wide. Let's figure that out. 8 times 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we've got 40. I'll write that to the side. That'd be 40 square feet. His room is 10 feet long by 10 feet wide, which 10 times 10, 0 trick. 1 times 1 is 1, and then add the zeros. 100 square feet. Sorry, that's my phone. And how much of the floor in Ron's room will not be covered by the rug? Oh, I like this problem. So if his room is 100 square feet and his rug covers 40, we're going to see how much it doesn't cover. How fun to take this to another level. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 4, we're going to have to borrow. Change that to a 0, that to a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. So we showed our work. And so 60 square feet. Almost done, my friends. You're doing great. Who's texting me? Okay. What is the area of the rectangle? Circle the letter of the correct answer. Let's see. So the area, length times width. So we've got length times width. 7 times 3, 21. Diego. Porter. Porter chose C as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? Let's see. C is 20 square feet. Well, it looks like Porter was solving for perimeter, which is when you add all of them together. Instead of doing length times width equals area, he forgot that you were supposed to do that, and he added all the sides because 7 and 7 is 14, 3 and 3 is 6. Add that together, it makes 20. So Porter accidentally added the sides. Or if you wrote, Porter, if you wrote that he solved for perimeter, that would be correct as well. Which shapes, so number 2, which shapes have an area of 36 square units? Circle the letter for all that apply. A square with sides that are 18 units long. So that would be 18 times 18. That does not equal 36. A rectangle with the length of 9 units and a width of 4, 9 times 4, that does equal 36. A square with sides that are 6 units long, 6 times 6, 36. A rectangle with a length of 8 and with a width of 4, 8 times 4, close to 36, but it's not, it's 32. Oh boy, last page. Alexis is helping her dad tile a shower stall. She has enough tiles to cover an area of 42 feet. The shower is 8 feet high, 4 feet wide. Do they have enough tiles to cover the area? So we have enough to cover 42 square feet. And the shower is actually, let's find out how many. 8, 16, and 24, 32. Hey, 32 square feet. Whoops, make that look more like a capital. Yes, comma, she does. She only needs 32 square feet covered and has enough for 42 square feet. Mr. Diaz. Sunny. Sunny asks students to draw a shape with an area of 4 square units. So the area of 4 square units. Tatum says that you can only draw a square. Do you agree? So it can only equal 4. So can you arrange 4 same size squares to make a shape that's not a square? What do you think? Instead of 2 times 2? The answer is, do you agree? No. You could, you hear Molly barking, probably at the neighbor. You could make a shape with 1 times 4 or 4 times 1. Okay, a bulletin board is 8 feet long. It covers an area of 40 square feet. What is the width of the bulletin board? So 8 times what equals 40? So you could count by 8s. 8, 16, and 24, 32, and 40. 8 times 5. Awesome. You did it. We are officially done with the practice book in lesson 28. You did awesome. And I hope you are ready for your quiz. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, I'm going to try to get you off of here. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.